Okay, yo, 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 hear me out. Hear me out. There I am, sitting on my phone at work, and I see that I'm tagged in something. And I see that it's in the Lavender and Speckles group. And Beth said that she did a giveaway for those of us who shared our haul from last month. And I won a free 6-count bag of wax. She said also not a brittle, souffle. Either a 6-count or a souffle. It's the same amount of ounces. It's the same amount of wax. It's just in a different shape. And I was so thrilled. I was so honored. And I was so aware of how duped I was being into making another purchase. Listen, when she put out the list of what was available for this past pre-order that just ended the other day, I went in and I looked. Of course, I looked at the list, and the list included everything from the All Things Cozy sampler, which, by the way, I'm not allowed to warm yet. Today technically is, I'm recording this on Sunday, October 5th. And according to the paperwork and according to even Beth herself confirming in my question in the group, do we really have to wait till the 5th? And she said, yes, you really have to wait till the 5th. And then she came out with a pre-order that went from the 3rd to the 4th with everything that was in the sampler from last month. So even though I've only had a cold sniff of it, I've never warmed it. So then I'm tempted to buy it, even though I've never smelled it warm. So I don't think it's sneaky. I think that it's brilliant, okay? I am very impressed at the strategy. I think that I think that she deserves every order that she can get, especially because they seem to be very, very honest and very genuine people, and obviously very generous, because I think that the wax is a good deal in itself. And then to also, offer me a free thing with a purchase, I was like, you know what? Okay. So was I duped into buying making another order, or was I just susceptible? It doesn't matter. It's all wax. And you know how I feel about wax. I am a self-proclaimed wax addict. Have been for a long time, about 11 years. Anyway, so I went in 4 o'clock on the 3rd. 4 o'clock in the afternoon on the 3rd, I came home from work and I went in. And I spent $60. Technically, it should have been $65.80, but I got that free bag, the 6-count bag. So let's talk about what I got. I chose the Winter Destination Sampler and it was designed by somebody named Sterling. I don't know him. I've heard people talking about him. So we're just going to quickly go through these. I've never spelled any of these, right? Okay. So this is basically going to be a 1 ounce scent shot cup of this nice juicy wax, okay? And then I'm probably going to have to wait another month after I get this in order to try those, and then the next pre-order is going to open up. It's going to open up 4 days before I can warm these. You know how it goes. Anyway, all right, so it's $30 for about 20 ounces of wax. Totally worth it. Is it 2 ounces or is it 1 ounce of wax? Maybe it's 2 ounces of wax. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Okay, Lapland Winter Market has Tis the Season type, winter cranberry, vanilla balsam, and cashmere cream. You got me right there, except I don't know what Tis the Season type is, okay? Now, Melanie from Bright House Scents, she did send me 2 little cubes, like a little sample of something called Tis the Season. At least I think that's what it's called. Or maybe it's called Christmas Shop. Anyway, whatever. I don't know what Tis the Season means. As you can see a little bit to your left over here, I did order some clamshells of some single notes. We're going to talk about that in a second. Second one down in the sampler is called Rocky Mountains, Snow-Capped Pine, Mountain Air, Cedarwood, Sandalwood, and Ozone. This sounds like I might not have to use it by Christmas. This sounds like it would be fantastic if, the windows are all closed because it's really super cold outside, but the air gets a little bit stuffy inside. It might not be my most favorite thing because pine is not my most favorite thing. I do like tree in general, but sometimes pine can be a little much, but then it's got that mountain air to maybe clean things up a little bit. Okay, Denali National Park is icy vanilla woods, roasted pine cones, sweater weather, cedar wood, vanilla sandalwood, moss. Get ready for some information that you've probably never heard. I have never smelled sweater weather. You need to remember that even though I consider myself a connoisseur of fragrance, because A, I'm a certified aromatherapist and I have been for 30 years, and B, I've been warming wax like it's my job for 11 years because it was my job for about 7 or 8 years, I have not walked into a Bath & Body Works in 10 years. So, and plus they're closing all over the place. The one in Queen Center Mall, right over here in Rego Park, not that any of you know where I'm talking about, it's closed down. I think there's still a White Barn there, but BBW is closed. And then there's one on Austin Street here in Forest Hills. I think that one is on its way to closing too because there's nowhere to park. Anyway, whatever. Off topic. Number 4, Antarctica. Aquatic elements, white birch, ozone, Fraser fir, peppermint. This sounds very... I know it says ozone, ozonic. This sounds like I'm so glad it's only one shot of each because I would not want to invest more than that until I smelled them first. So I'm really hoping that she opens up another pre-order like a month after these things are cured so that I can smell them and then decide on buying them. I hope that she does, but if she doesn't, whatever, that's her. Swiss Alps is sage, eucalyptus, ozone, lavender, moss, balsam fir, and a hint of rain. These sound very atmospheric. I'm very intrigued. I'm so intrigued. Whistler Mountains, pinyon pine, cedar wood and amber, snowy mountain retreat, and vanilla bean. It sounds like the vanilla bean is just going to soften things up a little bit. Lake Tahoe is frozen lake type. I have no idea what that is. Juniper berry and pine, winter suede, and birch shavings. I think the winter suede is going to save that one because the suede will soften everything up a little bit. Denmark, so hygge. And the reason why I know how to say hygge is because I was a Scentsy consultant when they had the hygge collection. Marshmallow Fireside. By the way, I haven't smelled that one either. Burnt sugar, pink sugar, Fraser fir, soft lavender, cashmere. That might be my favorite out of the whole one, honestly, because the Fraser fir is the only thing that's really tree in there. Hallstatt Christmas Market, which is Austria. Birchwood pine, Christmas wreath, vanilla bean nectarine, blood orange, blue spruce, hint of cashmere cream. This might be a little bit of a homestead holiday kind of a thing, which I can get down with that. And then aspen, which is whispering spruce, alpine ice, fireside embers, roasted pine cones. That might be my least favorite because it's all very tree-ish plus the kid upstairs, not my kid. The kid upstairs is just pounding around. And then the fireside embers is just going to be like smoky, I think. So that might be my least favorite, but then I can always mix it with stuff. I got a ton of wax in my house, like a ton, okay? So anyway, that's $30, and that's about 20 ounces of wax, so it must be 2 ounces per cup. Anyway, whatever. So then I went in for some clamshells, and the reason why I did this is because A, I wasn't planning on buying any wax in the first place, and these were the cheapest things, but I wanted to make my order worthwhile, and B, like I said, I've never smelled sweater weather. I've never smelled vanilla bean Noel. I've never smelled that stuff. So I went and I got Vanilla Bean Noel, which is a holiday fragrance of sweet sugar cookies and warm vanilla, a seasonal favorite. It might be for me someday. I don't know. Snowflakes and Cashmere, which is cashmere cream, shimmering vanilla, and frosted clementine. Have you heard anything? Have you ever seen anything that's more up my alley? Sugar Cookie Royale. Nope. Never smelled that either. But I have a feeling that's kind of like Scentsy's Sugar Cookie, which was always a mixer for me. I never warmed that straight. A mouth-watering aroma of fresh-baked sugar cookies with hints of vanilla and butter. Sounds great, but it's usually always a mixer. Flannel, a warm, inviting masculine blend of spicy bergamot, rich mahogany wood, and soft musk. This one, I sat there and I was on the fence about this one because the masculine is not always my jam. So, you know, to be honest, I'm not really sure why I bought this one. The word flannel kind of threw me because flannel, I think of like, you know, woolly slippers or fuzzy blanket or something like that. But anyway, I mean, I'll warm it. Don't get me wrong. I have 2 teenage boys that love all the masculine stuff. And then my last clamshell was Bougie, which is sweet peach, warm honey, grapefruit, nectarine, rose petals, and musk. Oh yes, I love it. And for the free 6-count shape bag, I got Lavender Snow on the Beach because everybody was talking about that one. Snowflakes and Cashmere, which by the way, I did get a Snowflakes and Cashmere clamshell up at top. See that? Snowflakes and Cashmere type, Lavender and Coconut Milk, Beach Marshmallow. So, there's my order. Came to $55.80. She took off $5.80, $5.80, $10 shipping, $60 even. Estimated date of arrival is December 12th, right in time for Christmas. Not that I get any time off, because when you're in the service industry, you kind of have to work the holidays, and that's okay. Anyway, I hope everybody has a great day. I am not mad at myself for placing this order. I'm not going to say no to a coupon. And I'm not going to look a gift horse in the mouth. If somebody's giving something to me, I'm going to take that one thing. And I'm not even just going to take the one thing. I'm going to make it worth her while to keep me as a customer. Does that make sense? Did I say that correctly? Anyway, you know what I'm saying. I hope everybody has a great day. I'll talk to you later. Bye.